Welcome to another Awaken New Earth podcast. Today, I am so excited to have one of my most favorite people, a good friend of mine that is with us today as we are getting ready for something very special that's going to be launching this week. And we're going to be making that announcement here. My good friend, Abigail Mensah-Bonsu is with us. Would you like to introduce us and tell us a little bit about yourself, Abigail?
Of course. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Richard, for having me on here. I've been following this podcast and just listening to some of the amazing interviews on here. I just love you in general. So, I mean, there's no more to say there. So, for everyone, my name is Abigail Mensah-Bonsu. I am the CEO and founder of the Moon Goddess Publishing, Moon Goddess Academy, and the Moon Goddess Circles. And what I do is activate humanity. My energy is activating. It's also transmuting. So a lot of the work that I do, even though I'm using my words, is my energy that goes out and actually does what I'm here to do. So my presence is key to my work. And I love to be in service. I love what I do. I love bringing people together and creating things together. Especially this year has really highlighted my love for collaboration. And so I'm not looking back. I'm moving forward with more collaborations. Now I can say I love being human. And that's something that took me years for me to get that solidified. And that is not to say life is perfect. It just means that I've settled into my physical body. And that is huge, because our spirit needs home. If I want to be of greater service, I need to be anchored right here and really get to love all that I am. So as I embody more of who I am, I'm able to also send out that energy so everyone else who's ready to embody that can also step into that energy. So I already got started, Richard.
That's beautifully said. And, I've had the honor of coming onto your podcast as well. And so I'm just so happy now when we're meeting again here, it's for a co-creational project that is being launched this week. Now, you had the job of gathering all of these way showers and visionaries and just different beautiful soul family from all over the world to come together on this project. What was the inspiration behind this? And what is the name of the project?
Yes, so it's a multi-author book called Miraculous, Extraordinary Stories from Leaders, Visionaries, and Way Showers that activate hope, and that activate and instill hope in humanity. Those two are important because it's not just about activation, it's about also integration. So you can go out there and feel and live the frequencies of hope and miracles. So what inspired me? Well, look around us, look at the world, look at what is going on. When I tune in, there's so many people who don't feel like they have a voice anymore. They don't feel like they have a choice anymore. They can say what they want or do what they want. There's so many rules and the energy feels constricting, which is a lot of people are losing hope. Like, is this even going to change? Is this going to end? A lot of people are losing hope in the fact that there's magic in life. Is such a key because we have to realize that we are the creators of our own world. Regardless of what is going on outside of us, we have to return back to ourselves and believe that we can start changing and shifting things from where we are. If we lose hope, then we're done. Then we might as well we're done, right?
Yeah.
Then we're just done. And so this book, my higher self, when it dropped in, it was the title, Miraculous, and I felt it. That was the key. It's like, I felt it. Okay. So now I had to find words to describe what I was feeling, or what this consciousness that was coming through as a multi-author book wanted to be expressed at. And I got the hope and miracle, and I got activation and instilling. And I was like, okay, I can work with this. But it is to empower humans right now, on the physical sense, you buy the book, you touch it, you read it, or you read it on your tablet, and you're going to begin to receive the transmission. Even just by looking at it and touching it, you're going to begin to receive that transmission. And then when you open it and start reading, well, there's more golden nuggets in there that you will begin to receive and transform and shift with it. But the book itself is a living transmission, and that's what is very clear. And through that, everyone that was drawn to it was in exact alignment with that transmission. Like they hold all of you, Richard.
Yeah.
All of you hold that, and you know this already. You hold the codes of hope and miracles and so much more. You hold the codes of optimism, of courage, of light, of love, and so much more. So these frequencies are all getting transmitted through this. And I see the spiraling lights, right? And it's just being, oh man, I'm getting chills.
Yeah, I feel like right along there with all of this, and the alchemical like container that's like been initiated for everybody that's like making that commitment to step forward. And when you speak about, hope, and we talk about a lot of the stories that are within this book, and how it's so much more than just stories. It is like the energetic like gnosis of a pathway that different leaders and visionaries, wayshowers, starseeds have come together to express and share their stories of hope, where they've come through a place of the shadows to bring illumination and to carve that pathway. And through this, I just feel it's like hearing all these stories and energetically receiving the transmission really shows like the impossible is truly achievable for everybody.
Yes.
Things that at one time are possible, that needle moves moment by moment and decision by decision. The more we're able to illuminate like our unconscious areas and start to say, like enough is enough, right? Today's the day I stop suffering and I start moving forward into my path.
Absolutely. As you were talking, the other part of this is that I wanted us to break down the preconceived notions around miracles. Like if you've read the Bible before, we know what a miracle is, and we know what a miracle, what we think is associated with. You have to be enlightened, you have to be on the guru status, you have to be like Jesus the Christ, to a miracle is turning water to wine. And yet our very presence, our very aliveness is a miracle. The fact that we're here breathing and chatting and connecting is a miracle. The fact that I get to wake up every morning and I get to look at my son with me, my husband with me, all my loved ones with me, that is a freaking big miracle, right? So we're beginning to shift that, like stop looking at what the church told us a miracle is, and begin to see your own self, even going inside your body. You eat food, you chew it up, it goes into your body, the nutrients get absorbed, the bad stuff gets like removed from your body. I mean, if that's not miracle, then I don't know what else is, right? We are living miracles, and we need to begin to like claim that I am a miracle. Dang it, I am a miracle, right? Everything about me is a miracle. I cut my hair and within like days is growing back. If that is not right, if it's not a miracle, I don't know what that is. I get to drink clean water. That is a miracle. So we need to start receiving the truth that we ourselves are miracles, and that yes, there's small miracles and there are also big miracles, but we create the miracles. It's not something that decides for us. right? Sometimes we feel disempowered. Sometimes we feel like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. So we call in our helpers and they help us to generate that and create the miracles that we need. But it doesn't mean that we don't hold that power, because we have to have that within us first in order for us to be even aligned to anything else that hold those codes outside of us. So that part was very strong, like awakening the frequencies of miracles. But it's just more you understanding that your very essence is a miracle. And that's just physical. Imagine spiritual. That's a whole ball game there. Like what we are as spiritual beings. Like when you see, like me looking at you, your spiritual self is just like, right? Like my brain is like, I can't take this right now, right?
That I like, you know, belief is the biggest belief, you know, and that is the biggest miracle right there too, you know. And I feel so much of this, you know, and the instilling of that and the remembering of what belief like truly is, you know.
Yes. When Miraculous first dropped in, I was like, oh, so I'm supposed to gather stories of miracles, of people who, you know, like near-death experiences, you know, like the big stories that we're like, oh my gosh, that's miraculous. And of course, you know, it had its own consciousness. Like, I'm going to bring the people who needs to come in, and the stories that need to come through will come through. I had to surrender because I knew this had nothing to do with me. This is not me creating something. This is a co-creation. It's a consciousness that's being birthed through all of us, right, into the world to do something specific to uplift the world, humanity in general. So I had to completely step aside, you know, even though I still feel like the mama, you know? But it is like motherhood where, you know, like my son came from me, but he is his own human being here on this planet to have his own experiences, where I just have to hold space for him to show me who he is, what he wants, right? And just protect him times when he needs it, right? Nourishing him when he needs it, hold him when he needs it. But I can't control him. I can't, well, you know, some people do it, but we can know where that leads to. You know, it's like when you have a child, you have to know that that child has its own purpose, right? You bring the child into the world, and that journey, just walk that journey with your child and just watch your child blossom and try to be the best you can for that child. And so it's like the same thing with Miraculous. It's like, okay, here we go. But this is not even here, humanity. This is for you, right? It's quite incredible. But Miraculous brought a lot of realization also to me, like crystallization in terms of what I want my publishing house to be. I do want to publish living transmissions. I want each of my books, my multi-author books, to be a drop of light or a pillar of light in humanity. Like that was empowering. Like that gives me chills every single time. It's like, well, of course, if I have the ability to do that, why not help humanity on that scale, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, you've also been involved in other multi-author books as well. How many is this for you now?
So with mine, it'll be 3. And then this book is the first one that I am publishing. So yes.
This is huge.
I know, right?
What a way to start your publishing company with a miracle.
I know, right? I haven't even, oh man. That's true.
This is what I feel like where we're going with this, right? When I look and it's like we speak about miracles, and it's like even in the personal reflection, and I had to go through in writing, you know, my piece for this, the understanding of what miracles like truly are and how they're attainable for everybody. They're there for everybody. And it's like, this is like, you know, the benchmark that we wake up and see every single day as a miracle now, and being able to move forward and claim that miracle and, you know, step into the empowerment of it. Like, I wake up every morning knowing there's another miracle on the way. And this is something at one point in my life was so far out of belief for me. And through this process, of just really diving in deep and writing these pieces and connecting with parts that, I didn't even want to connect with, but I had to get this story out there. And, yeah, it just really shined a big spotlight on everything that this is bringing forward. And I just really want to express like my gratitude to you, and to also further reflect that in what you're doing, because we're all going through this place right now where we're just grasping and grabbing that miracle in everyday moment. And so what a beautiful acknowledgement to be launching, this service for humanity at this time with, a co-creational miracle project that's coming together.
Yes, yes. And that's the other part of the part of the mission of Moon Goddess Publishing, is the collaboration part, the co-creation, the networking. When the contributor, so the beginning is like a contributor, and then when it's published you become an author, right? But I see you guys as an author anyways. But so when someone chooses to step into the container and contribute an experience, at first it's like, okay, maybe I kind of have an idea of what I want to write about, and then you step into the container and you're like, oh, I'm being asked to really dig deep here. I can't, and it's not like something that I say, it's something that you feel, because that's the container, right? And so I love the process that it takes you on. I love that it really connects you to that authentic part of you. Dig deep. What does humanity need at this time? Mm-hmm. That's the experience that wants to be expressed. So it pulls you away from what the mind wants to talk about to which of all my experiences will benefit humanity at this time. And that's what usually gets pulled forth. So it's such a beautiful process. Again, that's something that I had to surrender. It's like, you have a mind on your own. I'm good. What needs to come through will come through. I believe when it comes to projects like this, like trying to make everything so it just closes the door on how beautiful and how magical the project can really be. So surrendering through this process, that was number one. Let it be. What does it want to be? How does it want to come to life? Who wants to come through here? And every time I ask this question, like the people that dropped in, like the ideas that dropped in, what I want to, do with the contributors that drop in, like it was miraculous. But it comes from a place of surrender, understanding that this is way bigger than me. I need to step aside so that what needs to come through can come through. Like that is so huge. And we can apply that in our lives in terms of, how we can receive our blessings, how we can receive. What happened? Oh, talking of which, is like God. Another contributor was just calling. Yeah, it was Jacob.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's beautiful. He got the message.
I know, he heard it. He felt it. So funny. Oh, I love that. That was so funny. Yeah. How can you step out of your own way so that you can receive the blessings and the miracles that you're here to receive?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Now, there's been such a beautiful group of people that's come together for this project. Is there anything you'd like to, just share about them or express, at this time before we start going into some more of the details about the launch? And
are you talking about the contributors, or are you talking about the supporters? There's like two different networks here. Well, I love you guys, this. And each person brings in such a delicious flavor to Miraculous. And you all surprised me. And that's part of also surrendering and stepping out. Because if I had said, this is the story you should write about, this is how you should look like, then there would be no surprises. I would know exactly what story you'd be writing. But it's like each person, like I start reading, I'm like, wait, what just wait, that's you? Now I know you more, you know. I feel like this group of authors is such an intimate group. Like you guys are like my soul people. Like we've really created such a deep connection. I was telling Anne, who's one of our contributors, I was like, from this point forward, you know, when I have bigger groups of people, I mean, they might not have all of me like you guys did, you know,
Yeah.
because you guys are my first, you know, and so we've built that connection, and that's something. It's a foundation that's going to keep being built upon. You know, everyone else that comes in, they're going to have this foundation to step on and support them. It's about community. It's about identifying each other's light, supporting each other, celebrating each other. You know, like you guys, someone posts and everyone is on there liking it, commenting. It really, it changes the dynamic of what business should be like. Mm-hmm. It's not just about, you know, this is what I do, and this is here how you can purchase. Like, this is my light. This is how I can be of service to humanity. Oh my gosh, your light matches mine. Let's do this, right?
Yeah.
It's about coming together and celebrating each other and nourishing each other's light, each other's soul gifts. You know, celebrating each other. It just makes business so much fun. That's how it's supposed to be. Right. So even that is shifting at this time. And, you know, this whole, you know, project definitely sets that standard. Right. It's like, this is not just about coming in and dropping in your chapter and disappearing. We're going to be co-creating here. And what does that look like? Well, you get to experience it. Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of us, we're just stepping back from the matrix, and for us, what requires for this, like, is an energetic, like, vehicle that supports this, you know, alchemically, energetically. So for instance, with this collaboration in your own publishing company moving forward, it's just a beautiful vehicle to really get messages and stories and activations and transmissions, you know, out to people that are done in a very beautiful and pure way. I feel where, you know, if I was to go write a book, you know, depending on what avenue I would choose to go down, there would definitely be some resistance to that. And I have been waiting. I have been thinking about writing a book, and I have one that's half done right now, but I had been holding off, and I just felt like when the time was right, it would all align. And then there it is, you know, you came forward, and I just saw this as an opportunity that was within our soul tribe, our soul family, this beautiful community of awakened, you know, beings that really want to make a difference and are making a difference at this time. So I think that is something that is very, very beautiful that you have put together for our family and launched, you know, forward this energetic vehicle for change.
Well, it makes it easy when you have so many amazing support. When your soul family shows up for you every time, like, it makes it effortless. You know, I'm just blown away with the amount of support, you know, and this is why it's so important to get in touch with that soul aspect of ourselves, connecting to our soul family, you know, like, because when you create something, the support, so far as it's in alignment, right? Because if it is just anything, there's like, it's not in alignment, nobody can even, you know, sense it. But when it's in alignment, like the right people will come in to support it, and it becomes like a, you know, a soul family event.
So
yeah,
now I think we've teased everybody enough with all of the goodies in this conversation. What is happening this week? How do you see all of this moving forward, and what updates, news do you want to share with the group now?
So this whole week we're starting with the launch party. So make sure we'll have the link for the group somewhere in the show notes so that you can, come into the group. This is where you get to meet the authors. This week the authors will be popping in and introducing themselves, welcoming you. So you get to see that these stories are not like fiction. They're coming from real people who are living the experiences right now. Right, you can connect with these authors. You might even find your next mentor, right? The next person who has what you need to get you to that next level. So come into the group, get to know the authors, and then on Friday is when the book comes out. Actually, the digital copy will come out on Friday, and we'll have all the information in the group, the links that you need. The beauty about this is that the proceeds goes to a charity. And that's what makes the structure of my publishing house so different from what we're used to. What better way can we amplify our intention than to take the proceeds and help and donate it in a place where it's needed?
That's beautiful, Abigail.
I was thinking about it like all week. Like, oh my gosh, what a way to contribute.
That is. Now, the digital download, where is that available?
Yes, so it's going to be on Amazon. Any country that has access to Amazon will be able to purchase it. It's usually like 90 cents, 99 cents. And so anyone can get that. And the physical book will be coming out like a couple of weeks later after we've, fixed all the kinks, whatever need to be fixed, then it will come out. But I do ask that you support the authors by purchasing the digital copy when it comes out. And then when the physical book comes out, if you like that, you can do that. But this really helps our project. And it also, the proceeds get to be, sent to, I think we decided, right? Did we decide who we're sending it to? Our rescue.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's
oh my gosh.
My heart as you talk about that. That's something that's, I feel so deeply for too. And it's a beautiful cause.
Oh my goodness.
Helping our
What
children.
a powerful cause. Yeah.
Our children are so important.
Oh my gosh, yes, they are. I mean, before I thought they are, but now that I'm a mother, it's like extra. It kicks it up. It's like, yes, enough is enough. So I'm so excited that we get to, I can't even find the words for it. Like, you just
I can't believe that for 99 cents, you can get these life stories, this gnosis that, these beautiful souls that have come together and express, that, like just from my own experience, I think that was about 20 years of my life within that one chapter. And that is something that, it's priceless. There is no price on that. And the time and the energy and the alchemy of us all coming together, and then amplify that by each person and then yourself, and just everything that goes into this, and knowing that then goes to help our children, that are in some of these horrible situations, that we're able to really support such a beautiful cause, and getting them out of human trafficking and some of these just places you'd never wish anybody to be in. It's another level of hope and another level of miracles, I think, that just by buying a copy, you're creating a miracle for someone as well, along with yourself. This is like what a new earth energetic vehicle is to me. It's like the miracles are just keep on like rolling and pouring through, and it's exponentially just kind of created throughout all just by involving like yourself within this project you're helping. And it's just so beautiful to be part of this. And I'm just express my deep gratitude to you as well, Abigail, for what you've created here and put into motion, and the ripples and out that this will have through everything.
Gratitude to you. You were one of the first ones to say yes, before you even knew anything else about it. Like, you felt the call and you said yes. So gratitude to all of you for hearing the call and co-creating this with me, because this wouldn't exist without you all. And, like, for everyone else, come into the group and come meet these amazing authors. Like, I love them, so I'm going to amplify this, but I'm not even kidding you. They are incredible. They are absolutely incredible leaders, starseeds, intuitives, like normal people, normal everyday people who are, like working in between the realm of spirituality and physicality and bringing those to finding the balance. Like, they're living just like we all are. And their stories are powerful and motivating and inspiring and empowering. Like, come meet them and come support them, come celebrate them, come cheer them on with me, because I can only do so much. I'm going to be cheering them on for as long as I can, right? Because it takes courage. It really takes courage. It takes faith. It takes strength to choose to share your deep story with the world. It really does. People don't understand how scary that might be, to say, I'm going to share this deepest part of me that I've never told anybody. I'm going to put it in a book so that the whole world can read it. It takes courage like no other. So these authors, it was not easy. They went through a deep process. It required them to dig deep into themselves. And what was created is nothing but miraculous, nothing but magical. So come help me celebrate them, and let's get this energy into the world so they can support as many people as possible. Come help us do that.
Thank you so much, Abigail. So the book launch is digital copy October 22nd, this Friday, through Amazon, and we're going to post all the links and information of how to get in contact with Abigail, how to join, the Miraculous Release Party group within this podcast as well. Do you have any closing remarks you'd like to share before we conclude the podcast?
If you're listening to us and you feel like, oh my gosh, I have a story that I feel like will help humanity, there is a container that's been created so that you can do that effortlessly. Your words are healing. Your words are uplifting. The experiences that you had in the past that you thought, who wants to hear about how I went into the dark night of my soul and completely failed? Like, who wants to hear that? You have no idea who at this point, this moment in time, somewhere around the world, who needs to hear your world, your words, your story, to let them know that, oh, this too shall end. It won't last forever. I will make it through. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. That is so important. When we're going through these tough times, it feels very lonely.
Yeah.
There's someone out there in the world who needs to hear your story, that your experiences, your story is exactly for them. And that's what this whole project, this publishing house, is supporting. If you're ready to share your story, if you're ready to help this, create containers, like burst of magic into the world through these multi-author books, let's talk. Come join one. The next one has already dropped, but I'm going to wait till after launch. And then, we'll talk about that. But again, it's going to be the same concept. Again, it's going to be helping humanity, another powerful one. So, but I just want to leave you with, your stories are important. I don't care what someone told you in the past that, oh, nobody wants to hear that. I don't care. Okay. Because you have that story for a reason, and that seed, someone needs that light. Someone needs that medicine. Someone needs that to wake up in the morning and be like, okay, I can do it. I can do it today. I can do it because someone else did. I can do it. That's all I care about. You got this.
That's so beautiful. The story is the medicine, and it's prescribed for all those that are ready at this time. We're fully in a global waking up from a massive hangover right now, dark night of the soul, shadow, and there's a lot of people who need that medicine and how to move forward at this time. So thank you so much for your service to humanity, Abigail, and for all you're doing. This is Richard McKeeseldek from the Awaken New Earth podcast with my beautiful, amazing friend, Abigail. We thank everyone watching this, and we just want to, further express to show your support, to come out and to, go into your heart and do what you feel and know is right at this time.